to enable us consider this bill for the second reading. Those in support of the motion say aye. Those against say nay. The ayes have it. Leader of the Senate, you may proceed to give us the
Thank you, Mr.
general
President
principles.
and distinguished colleagues. Lead debate on the National Minimum Wage Amendment Bill 2024, SB 550. Mr. President, very distinguished colleagues, I humbly rise to lead the debate on the general principles of the National Minimum Wage Amendment Bill 2024, SB 550. The bill, inter alia, seeks to amend the National Minimum Wage Act of 2019 to increase the national minimum wage and reduce the time for periodic review of the national minimum wage from 5 years to 3 years, and for related matters. The bill was read for the first time today, 23rd July 2024. You will recall, Mr. President, and my dear colleagues, that in recent time, plethora of agitations and clamor have been recorded from organized labor and other segments of our society for increase in the national minimum wage in view of the prevailing economic situation in the country. In response to the agitations and after a series of negotiations between the federal government and the organized labor, the current national minimum wage of 30,000 naira only has been reviewed upward to the sum. Thank you, Chief Whip. In response to the agitations and after a series of negotiations between the federal government and the organized labor, the current national minimum wage of 30,000 naira only has been reviewed upward to the sum of 70,000 naira only. This is part of the federal government's short-term measures to mitigate the situation in the country, as efforts are being made to bring about long-term solutions that would align with the yearnings and aspirations of Nigerians and bring succor to the country generally. Accordingly, Mr. President and distinguished colleagues, I hereby urge you all to support the quick passage of this bill, as its passage is sacrosanct to the socio-economic and political well-being of our country. I thank you for your kind attention.
Distinguished Senator Mongudu, the Whip of the Senate.
Distinguished President of the Senate, distinguished Senators, my name is Mohamed Tahir Monguno. I represent Borno North Senatorial District. My concern with regard to the second reading of this bill is the novel innovation to the effect that the review of the minimum wage, which hitherto by law is supposed to be 5 years, is now going to be reduced to 3 years. This is very novel amendment, especially against the backdrop of the fact that the prices of goods and services grows in geometric progression, while our income grows in arithmetic progression. So there is a need for Parliament to review the interval allowed by law for the purpose of amending the Act from 5 years to 3 years in order to take into cognizance the galloping inflationary trend in the country. So this is very, very novel and highly commendable. And then the second aspect of increasing the minimum wage from 30,000 to 70,000 is equally very, very germane and apt, especially against the backdrop of the effect of the removal of subsidy, which has brought about a corresponding increase in the prices of goods and services. So there is a need to review the minimum wage to bring it in tandem with realities that is prevalent in the society. So I support the second reading of this bill against the background of the arguments that I have made. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Distinguished colleagues, is there anybody who is opposed to this increase in minimum wage? Okay.